3. Special occasion speech, 3 minutes speech. 3 minutes. And where are these other speakers? Can someone call them if you know your friend is supposed to be here and they're not? Guys, if you just speak. Everyone. I'm on all this here. If you know Caleb, Kenny, what after you or where they come?
They're on their way.
Where were they? They're away from where? Judges. See where? Judge.
Sijui kama hakuna slot hiyo moja ifanye.
Come here.
Kuna nini huko? Kuna vipo. Stand ni English. Acha ni nini?
And you think about what's name, you raise your name against British ID.
Fire, close deals, yeah.
Does anyone know Harry? So, judges, all speakers, I want you out, except for speaker number 1. In this case, we do not have a speaker number 1. Why? One of us did speak the sheet, and she said she did speak the ballot. So number 2 is number 1, number 3 is number 2, number 4 is number, like people, call for number 2 is number 1, number 3 is number 4, number 3, number 5 is number 4, number 6 is number 5. So Jefferson peke yake kanabaki kwa the rest out. 3 minutes of speech. Guys, 3 minutes of speech. But I will be here. When you get to the room, kindly notify us how you want to do time. And this means when your time is up, you have an allowance of 15 seconds to contribution. I don't want anyone unaambiwa time that you are thank you. Unaacha speech yako ikihamu. 15 seconds, you can give your speech.
Network inakata microphone. Sound inafaa YouTube sasa. Ah, ipo sawa hivyo. Shika. Hiyo itaumia zaidi. Sasa afadhali sana.
So I kindly request that those in the room, you maintain silence, no movement in and out of the room. If you want to be out, you choose to be out as early as now. If you choose to stay in, kindly stay in till the last minute. I don't want movement in and out of the room. And then kindly lock that door. You know you're actually supposed to be the first one on the stage. So what should we do? You're not scared. And guys, once you're in, not getting out. So, ukae ama utoke. Starting to so you have 3 minutes of speech. Let me know how you like to be timed.
Like, please, if you need, please don't get out.
Become mechanic, I'm not working.
Guys, we're interrupting another people's special moment. This is their first finals. Don't get out.
How would you like to be timed? Jefferson, congratulations for making it to the final. Sasa nani wako mlango? Excuse me, you're either in or out. So you have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed? When the 3 minutes elapse. So when 3 minutes elapse, that's 2. We hear that, right? When 3 minutes elapse. And that means you have 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. Seconds. 15. 50 seconds is like a whole minute. 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. So ready when you are. When you're ready.
My people, they have brought me up to this end. But I want to tell you, don't give up. Even if the odds are not in our favor, they are taking away my breath. But I'm not stopping. My dreams will remain alive. Only my body is going to hell. My people, you know the way we have come. We have come a long way up to this moment. They have chosen me to be the Messiah, and I don't regret it. I'm proud of it. It is better to die for your people, because that's how a statesman who stands for the right of each and every of us died. They thought if they take away my breath, even you guys are dead. No, you remain alive. to fulfill our dreams. To you, my oppressors, the power of a pen is stronger than a sword. You want to kill me with a sword? Oh, you have lost it. Don't you see it? You have lost it. My people are writing their dreams using a pen. It is permanent. A sword kills me, it rust and lost. My name might vanish, but what we did, the struggle we are going through, will be written in the books of history. How amazing it will be for the time that we will be recognized as the people who started this fight. Martin Luther King said, he had a dream. What did they do to him? They killed him a week later. But finally, what happened? Barack Obama became the first black president. His dreams was fulfilled, but he was killed in a week time. When I die today, but you remain to restore and stand for the rights of our people. And thank you.
Thank you, Jefferson, for that speech. Kindly call in the next speaker, Sheila. You got it, the number. Sheila. Sheila. Sheila, just a minute. Congratulations to the families. You have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed?
1 minute, then you another.
This
Yeah.
1 minute, like after every minute, you hear bell.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? So when you hear the third bell, it means you have 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. So you're ready when you are.
I am a Kenyan. I am a Kenyan protected under Article 1 of the Constitution. I have sovereignty and I have a voice. And a big shunned for speaking for the Constitution. I'm talking about equality enshrined under Article 27. It is a voice that I'm presenting. It is a cry of the people of Kenya that I stand here to be prosecuted. I stand here not to be prosecuted, but persecuted for speaking on behalf of Kenyans, for standing and saying that Kenyan people have a voice. We have a constitution, my people. We are entitled to rights. Article 43, right to social and economic rights. But this government, we call a government of our own, it is not fulfilling these rights. My people of Kenya, I am here facing a death impact. I'm imprinting a mark to the nation. I'm leaving the voice of every Kenyan to be heard. And this is my plea to us, that we may stand together and build a nation, not with greed, not with selfishness, but us being selfless and building a better Kenya. That is my case.
Thank you, Sheila, for your submission. Kindly call in Roberto. Hi, Roberto.
Hi, madam.
How do you feel? I love your time. You look good in that attire. Congratulations for making it to the finals.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed?
Actually, when it hits the second minute, just
So when it hits the 7 minutes, you'll hear that.
okay.
And you'll also hear another bell when your time is up. That's at the 3rd minute. But that doesn't mean your speech ends there. You have 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. Okay, so ring when you are. Breathe in, out. Breathe when you are. Let me know when you breathe so that you can.
I think I am.
You are.
Yeah.
So in 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen of this great land, I thank you so much for honoring my very last of hour. I thank you so much for honoring my legendary of life. All this gathering is here just because of my heroic actions. My life, though cut short, was full of grievances, full of hope, full of love, and full of generosity that my motherland, my mother continent, Africa, taught me. It taught me to cherish kindness. It taught me to cherish what is for human. But you know what, guys? Legends never live to die. They never live to die. I'm not standing here as a coward. I'm not standing here at any fear, but I'm standing here to give my last speech of conviction. I'm standing here against conviction that is sending me back to my grave. I don't even know where my grandparents were buried. I don't even know the kind of death they went through. But I believe they also died because of their social radical, and their political radicalism that made them the warriors. And of course, you will agree with me that a lion is only born to a lion. You'll agree with me that a coward is only born to a coward. And so, if I'm this majestic, it is my last hour, but I can still stand to speak to this all congregation, then it means I was born to a warrior. And of course, I'm a warrior. As I take my very last breath, I want my life to shine in your minds. I want the kind of humility that I shown to people. I want the kind of kindness, the generosity that my motherland Africa still shows to all of us. May live to shine upon your minds so that you may cherish the spirit of adversity, so that you may cherish the spirit of unity, so that all the convictions that will be made to other legends, to other freedom fighters, to other political analysts may reign, and it may go fast and far as the mountains of Zion. When the train of Zion shall come to pass, remember me. Those who supported me Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for believing in me. Those who, all my friends whom we shared memories with, I will go with your memories, but remember me. I will always go there. They say there is heaven. I don't know more about it. But if I will reach there, then I will pray for you. I will prepare to welcome you. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you so much, Roberto, for that amazing speech. Kindly call the chair. Hi, Edmund. How are you feeling? Congratulations for making it to the finals. You have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed?
Yeah, the moment it remains 30 seconds, I would like just this with them.
So at 2:30, we'll hear that. Is that okay? Okay, so ready when you are. Ready when you are.
I begin my presentation in 3, 2, 1. Oh my, a state where constitution exists, but constitutionalism doesn't exist. I am one in a million youths. I'm one in radical voices. I'm one among the voices and the innocent souls who are fighting for the prosperity, for the execution of law. But I have to go, though I'm not going in empathy nor sympathy, but I'm going willingly, for I still have to fight for whatever was lacking. We are in the Constitution, all our rights are benevolented in the Constitution, but constitutionalism doesn't exist. Why am I going? Is because I was fighting for accountability. Why am I going? Because I was fighting for an open and democratic society. Why am I going? Because I was fighting for fair elections. Why am I going? Because I was fighting for the mother of love between the son and the mothers. Why am I going? Because I was fighting for the justice to be served for the bloods that were shed. But here I am, I'm going willingly. But I want to tell you, I might depart. Of course I have to. In the next few minutes I'm going back to where I originated from. But the voice that is being silent, the voice that is being silent is not the voice that will bring end to revolution. Is not the voice that shall bring end to liberation. But it's just a triggering of another moment, a triggering of another voice of million youths, a triggering of another silence that will come to take this nation to the other end. Truth be said, we are here having the Constitution, but constitutionalism doesn't exist. Truth be said, we are here advocating that we are serving the people to the best interest of their knowledge, but democracy doesn't exist. I'm going to leave, but I'm leaving with one thing, that the truth that I stood for, the constitutionalism that I stood for, the free and fair elections that I stood for, the advocation of rights that I stood for, shall remain to be remembered. I might live, and I might live with very quotes, I might live with very many words, but it still remains. Nothing will change. But perhaps what is going to remain, I believe that I shall live, but history shall judge me right. History shall define the moments and the powers that I bestowed to this nation for its prosperity. That's all I have to do.
Thank you for that wonderful speech. Thank you for the Caleb. Hi, Caleb. Mbona unakaa umeshtuka? Congratulations for making it to the finals. Can't wait to hear the wonderful speech you'll have in Stockholm as a right of so you have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed?
I would like to be given notification after each minute.
So after each minute you hear that. And when you hear that from the cut time, that means your 3 minutes are over. You have 15 seconds to wrap up this speech. So you have an allowance of 15 seconds. So ready when you are.
3, 2, 1. Sasa natoa roho yangu iende kukomboa nchi. Sasa natoa roho yangu, iende kukomboa nchi. Sasa natoa roho yangu, iende kukomboa nchi. Sasa natoa roho yangu, iende kukomboa nchi. Fellow citizens, I do not mourn my death. And I ask you one thing, do not mourn my death. My death comes without apology. I might be killed. My body will be buried. Yes, it will turn to ash, but my ideas will thrive. What I was trying to do, I was trying to bring down the walls of injustices as we build up together the walls of justice. The walls where an education system is working. The walls where that mama will go to an hospital and get health care. The walls where we have equality in this nation. The walls where the punishment system is not as harsh as the one I'm going to undergo. The walls where we build this nation together. And to my prosecutors, I repeat, my death comes without apology. You might silence me, but do you know how many are coming? Most are coming. A very big number is behind me. A very big number is coming. For how long will you continue silencing them? Do you think you'll silence the 50 or 40 million people? Of course you won't. You may not want to listen to us, but surely it might not be immediately. It might not be immediately, but definitely it will come. I may be one who's going to suffer this prosecution. I may be one who at this moment who is going to die. But the coming generations, I pray that they will thrive. I pray that the coming generations will not be taken through the harsh punishment system that I have gone through. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens, as I die, and as I even die, I want you to believe one thing, that in my ideas, that one thing I know, they have taken root. And as a tree that is cut down, it will sprout again. My death comes without apology. Thank you.
Thank you so much, finalists. Oh no, you have one more who wasn't released. We are trying to take it out again. Hi, Karen. Congratulations for making it to the final. You have 3 minutes of speech. How would you like to be timed? After everyone meets, we have ready when you have, when you hear the time bell, which means your time is up, you have 15 seconds to wrap up your speech. Right? When you're touching people, sit and make affirmation, but you'll have an additional 15 seconds to wrap up. One hour, 15 seconds. Many minutes. Ready when you are.
Today I stand before you, facing all this, not because of fear, but because of the fire in my heart today. You call me a traitor, but I call myself a freedom fighter. They may silence my voice today, but remember the fire in your hearts. If they will end my life today, last of my blood. For every blood that falls, there will always be the rise of me. There will always be another me, another person to strive for the movement of rekindling our nation. I go to my dad knowing that one day this land will be free. This land will be free from the tyranny that rules us. Executioners, do your work, for it's not your mercy. It is not your task to mercy. It is not your task for mercy. It is not your task. It is not your task to grant mercy to me. For I, Karenagutu, I stand here before you, knowing that history will remember me, not by my name, but by the things that I live in, but by the motto that my life has, but with the history that I made. To my people, they can kill me, but they cannot fill the void that I believe. For you remember me, whether in a negative way or a positive way. You have to. You remember this face, this voice. You remember me, for the sun that rises tomorrow will show you the injustice that you've done to me, the injustice that you've done to this good lady. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, for that speech. Congratulations to all finalists, and thank you for your amazing speeches. Judges, I'd like you just get out. You can use that room on the side for deliberation. So judges, you'll just use the next room for deliberation, and then the rest of the team that are part of the debate, Tunaenda Juu, the people are supposed to use this room right away. So let's move Juu and then judges deliberation. Thank you.
Tena kuanza kuhama na hizi vitu zote. I'm
I was outside like a